Today I want to speak about love of your mind, love of your body, and love of your spirit. In this new echo chamber called Mindful Peak Performance, what we're creating is a solid Mushin state where everybody can function optimally throughout their days, okay? Now maybe you're waking up, you're scrolling your phone. What if you drank a little bit of salt with water, okay? To give you that spike in cognition in the mornings, or maybe a warm cup of water that could help with your digestion, or apple cider vinegar, even a small amount of that, just with water, right? These things are called biohacking, okay? This is what I primarily want to speak to you guys today about. And this is a kind of an epigenetic idea. Epigenetics is something, a term which was introduced by Dr. Bruce Lipton. It's the idea of your thoughts and your beliefs changes your cells, okay? So let's get started today. It's going to be an awesome video.
Yeah. I'm inspired. I'm inspired.
Greetings, Flomo Sapiens. How you doing? Well, actually, to be a Flomo Sapien, you got to go through my program first. Ty Lopez laugh. So my name is Sumit Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. If you're thinking about the flow state, you're probably thinking of Csikszentmihalyi, which, yes, I pronounced his name right. Number one, I used to date someone who's Hungarian who helped me with the pronunciation. I had to learn it as an extra credit in my master's program. Or Steven Kotler, maybe, Stealing Fire, all this kind of stuff, right? You know the basics of it. However, how do you ideate, how do you optimize a biohacking, a flow state lifestyle, as I like to call it, okay? This framework that I'm giving you is very, very unique to you because we have to, first of all, understand what are the principles that you want to live your life by. Okay, without any form of principles, and this is where our program Primal Sutra becomes so effective and so important for you, because without principles, you can't actually make those massive moves and those massive action taking, little bits of information. It comes from the principle, okay? It comes from the philosophia, the love of wisdom. We start with the principles and we take you on this, what we call a vision quest. Every man has got to see his vision crystal clear in his mind. And if he can see that, if he can start there, he's a lot further into this journey than a lot of people think he is. Okay? Because if you have that power of imagination, you will do wonders in this craft of flow state mastery. Visualizing, breath work, shaking your body and moving your body intuitively. Loving your body, loving your mind, loving your spirit. What do a lot of people instead do in this burnout culture? What they do is they overwork their bodies, okay? They don't love their bodies, they eat like crap, okay? They probably put a bunch of substances in it. They don't take care of their mind, they're not reading anything new, they're probably just watching a bunch of movies, and that's storing up more tension, more emotions, right, in the subconscious. Now, I'm not saying don't do these things, or these things are great within moderation, okay? You can play some video games, but if you make that a part of your lifestyle, that's going to change your entire trajectory. As all of these gurus have told you for so long, right, to take a cold shower, have you actually tried it yourself? Have you put yourself through the ringer, through the fire? Have you made yourself into a social experiment or a spiritual experiment or a physical experiment? Have you tried different things, right? Have you listened to subliminals? Are you using some form of mental alchemy or some tech that you're using to make your life better? What is your toolkit? That's also important to know. What is that toolkit? And how is that particularly designed for you so it can optimize your top strengths? You see, we talk to our body like, come on, you piece of crap, you can't even do it, you fat ass. You probably don't even know what to... We speak to our bodies like this. We bully our bodies and we're hypercritical with ourselves. Like, oh, one boob is bigger than the other, like for so many women, right? This kind of like zooming into a perspective, right? And not giving your body enough resonance, enough strength, enough positive attitude that it needs in order for it to grow. You've gotta make sure that your body gets nurturing and love to grow. Do you know these experiments with, there's certain babies, right, that they come out smaller? What they saw with those babies is they didn't get the love that they deserved when they were younger. And so they didn't get the sustenance and the growth. Now you can look this up. I'm not just making this up out of thin air. There's actual evidence to show that if we don't give ourselves love, we don't grow. Whether that come from an external source or like our parents, or an internal source of an inspiration within or something like this, right? If you didn't get the love that you deserve, you gotta give yourself that love because there's a love debt racked up. You see what I'm saying? So now you got to give yourself more love than ever before. But what do we say to ourselves? Oh, it's a monkey mind. We're stupid. We're idiots. Intelligence, IQ testing. We start to compartmentalize things and take away from our own internal capacity and intuition for higher intelligence. We actually take adverse or even contradictory actions towards that to numb our brain cells even more. And then what we do is we shame our spiritual gifts and our spirituality, saying it's too woo-woo, it's too Eastern, it's too philosophical, it's too this, it's too that, and we push it away. And we try to reign solid in this world of logos or logic, but that's okay. The logic withstands, that is the baseline, but we can't stay in logic and not be in our emotions. We are emotional creatures at the end of the day. This does not mean to be ruled by your emotions. It means to be above your emotions, just like how Jesus walked on water. Okay, that's the symbol of him rising above his emotions. Okay, so that's what you got to do. You got to rise above your emotions. You can't let your emotions drown you. These are gatekeepers. These are tools for you to try to make your life better, to enhance it. So you get enough momentum that you can get on to the next thing, on to the next thing, on to the next thing, and crush it every single day. There's no excuse for you not to crush it. You might not be enjoying your situation, but that's a different story. What is the meaning to your suffering? What is the meaning to your suffering that you're going through? Oh man, I gotta clean my room. What is the meaning that you add to you cleaning your room that's gonna make it better for you? The perspective and the perception is so key in this game, in this art form. Okay, this art and science of flow state, you got to understand it deep into your crevices, deep into your core beingness, because it's that energy. It's the energy that you get as I'm speaking to you. The brain is working at a higher capacity because I'm just letting go and I'm allowing myself to speak no matter what happens as a distraction on the outside, in the external world. I don't care. I'm keeping and maintaining my internal validation and my value internally, my core values inside of me. Okay, that's what I'm holding on to. And the world can change and change its shape, and the trees can lose its leaves, and everything can, happen around me. But I'm going to maintain that solid masculine frame, that understanding of, hey, I am the bottom of the ocean. I'm going to remain here solid until I have myself, and then I'm out of my man cave to take on the world. Now, being in my man cave does not mean that I'm hiding for the world, one sense, because I'm still broadcasting and putting myself out there, even on the internet, man, where so many people can hear these words and get this downloads, right? From me, as a flow state coach, I understand the parables and the understanding of what can enter your mind the fastest and get you towards that change work immediately, if not pronto. Because we have these skill sets instantaneously to us, but we keep ourselves captive. We actually have a filter or a barricade around our potential and around our minds and our physical bodies. So if you shame your mind, monkey mind, if you say, oh, my body's too weak, my body can't do this, oh yeah, my knees suck, dude, oh, I have an ingrown toe, I have this wrong with me, oh yeah, my shoulders are too small, my shoulders are too big, my dick is too small, my dick is too big. Even the dudes with huge ones probably want it bigger, right? And so that's the thing. Our energy of humanity is the energy of growth, okay? Is the energy of actually getting better, stronger, more survival. And that's actually what these dick pills are trying to sell you, is that personality of that big dick energy. That's what they're trying to sell you, is that big Vajra energy, as I keep talking about, right? But society doesn't want you to be that because they fear that character. They don't understand him. He's a mystery. He's an enigma. He's the Joker. Okay? He's the jester of this playing field. We got to understand that they're like a trickster. They're a prankster. You see, they're an illusion. They're invisible. They're not here right now, but they're still here and they remain here. And that's why being this flow state Jedi, this flow state ninja, you sometimes become formless. You become Like you can control your own shape of your own journey, of your own capacity through your words and how you speak to yourself, okay? So right now, you got to start speaking to yourself as a god on this planet. That's it. If you were Indian, you got to believe you were in the Mahabharata. That's it. If you're Christian, you got to believe you were with Jesus and his crew. That's it. If you're Buddhist, you got to be like, yo, I was chilling with Padmasambhava last week, praying to him, but he was there. That's it, okay? Or I was with Shakyamuni Buddha all weekend. Let's go. Let's go. These deities, they give us signs, symbols. They all want us to know the same thing, but let's go with the motion of that. The Taoists say the same thing. The Hindus say the same thing, okay? Let's merge it. Let's understand it better. Let's get to our own pivotal conclusion that we are a walking recorder, right? We are the Akashic records. Our eyes are recording, our ears are recording. Our mouths are speaking. We're seeing, these are our cameras to the world. Don't you see that? We have antennas or sensors coming through our crown chakras, and we are these, electromagnetic creatures. Okay, science has come to that place to show us that. So are we really going to deny our capabilities and our capacities? Are we saying that there's never going to be an Einstein or a Tesla or one of these guys who come along that transcends and changes and shifts, the pivotal axis of the planet towards peace and liberation and conquest of a divine order? Okay? And not a separate order of captivity and separation and being trapped rather than being open and free, but also too free, and you start having problems. Now, this is where structure comes in. So flow state is flow state. You could be at Burning Man all day, but until you get back to the real world, you got to understand there's certain rules and laws that, this world has. And you got to abide by those, because that's important too, because you're living in this physical incarnation based on this kind of, prison planet or whatever you want to call it in this society, but you still got to run by the merits of this society. So you think that it's going to make you happier to have a better family, to have a better job, get more money, travel the world, all this kind of stuff. We've been fed that is going to make us happier. But really, it starts within us. The journey of happiness starts within. The kingdom of heaven is within. The Buddha went and meditated. He went internal. Muhammad went into the cave and he went internal. And a voice told him to write the Quran, right? And so we got to understand that there is this voice, there is something out there that is guiding our senses, our sensibilities, and our trajectory in our life. One of my clients was telling me this, but, like one day, you could feel like you've just done a lifetime of inner work. Just in one day. It is possible. And I know people who have reported back to me this very specific phenomenon where all day you're just manifesting mantras, breath work, cold shower, working out, gibbering and speaking nonsense into a megaphone or a microphone or a camera like this. I mean, I swing around this gutta for Hanuman's sake. If that's not big Vajra energy, I don't know what he is. I don't know what he is, okay? They came from outside of the club, but they can't even get in. Okay, that's the energy. They can't even get in. In the realm of reality, you are like the clear quartz crystal. Okay, that's the Flow Jedi. You are the clear quartz crystal, where everybody else is trying to be, Dalmatian Jasper or like, Aventurine. You're just like, I'm clear quartz, baby. All clean. Everything pure. Let's go. I'm transparent. I can morph. I'm a shapeshifter. Even when I'm making love, I'm shapeshifting. You see what I'm saying? I don't need to make love. I am love. And as I do love, that is what I do. I am not chasing money or going after money, because when you chase something, it implies that it runs away from you. But money is being attracted to me. It's being magnetized to me. I am money. You're so money you don't even know it. You're so money you don't even know it. Have Vince Vaughn as your ringtone. You're so money, baby, you don't even know it. You're so money, you don't even know it, okay? You wake up from your bed, you're like, you're so money, you don't even know it, bro. You're so money. And you go, wait a second. He's right, though. You know? And that's going to give you that energy to move forward within your day, within your task, and start loving your spirit and your body again. Start loving saying those mantras or doing your affirmations or whatever it is that you have as a, you know, as a practice towards this personal evolution field. So you got to understand, I don't like the word development, right? Because it sounds like real estate or whatever. But personal evolution, I mean, that is really what we're doing, right? We're evolving like Pokemon to the next best thing. So there's this website, right? It's called MyPokeCard. And on mypokecard.com, I'm not sponsored by them, but I just sound like a sales dude, you know, right? Like when I speak, I know I have that like vivacity or something. It's like what Jordan Belfort says, like when he says, sharp as a tack, enthusiastic as heck, speaks with a volcanic eruption on side of him, or whatever the last one was, right? You go to mypokecard.com and then you can create your own Pokemon card. Now, if you send me your best submission for this, if you just send me a DM, right, with your best submission for your Pokemon card, I'll shout it out in the next video, and that'll be kind of cool on what your superpower is or what your MyPokeCard is. You know, that'd be kind of a cool challenge that I just thought of off of the dome. So that might be fun. Let's do that. Have an incredible day. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. Let's get it. Upward Spiral Gang. May we never be the same again. May the flow be with you.